Hello there, it's the Honest Fake Oats, Emily Payne here. I'm a sex worker, and that's what this channel is about. My 18 years in sex work, and I'm trying to show all aspects of my time in sex work in these videos. So I'm going down a more emotional road. Very harder videos to make, these ones, than the ones I've been making, which are just more funny and explicit. But they're getting a certain type of audience. And I'd like to open the audience up a little bit. So I'm going down a more painfully honest road. To a certain extent, you know, I'm not going to be sitting here like an open wound. But today's video is about quite a hard thing for me to talk about. And there's going to be quite a few of them. And just this morning, I had a WhatsApp from a potential client, and it was all much of a muchness. There was on WhatsApp you get a little picture, don't you? So I could see he was sort of in his 70s. He was an old man, and it was, you know, nothing unusual. And then his last text was, "So you're all right with me wanking into your mouth?" And I thought, no, actually I'm not. Now, obviously, the sex worker in me, I've been wanked into the mouth millions of times. Maybe it's not millions, but you know what I mean, lots. It's not an outrageous request. It's not a... But maybe it was just the way I'm feeling at the minute, desperately trying to get out of sex work and get this project off the ground. And there's other stuff going on in my life as well. You know, my life doesn't revolve around just this. And I just thought, no, actually, I'm not all right with you wanking into my mouth. Why should I be? Now, obviously, he's texted a sex worker. He's been perfectly polite in the way he's texted us, and it's all going well. And yeah, he's got every right in the world to think that he can wank into my mouth, but why? Why does he think he's got every right in the world? And I can hear some people, there's some very angry people out there I've noticed since I've gone online, who are kind of determined not to see me as a human being, or maybe it's not just me, that's just how they are, would kind of be shouting at the screen now, "Because you're a prostitute." Yeah, I know that. I'm painfully aware of that. I'm first and foremost, I'm a human being. I'm a woman. And might I say myself, I'm quite an intelligent, decent, nice human being. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes like everybody else. But fundamentally, I'm an extremely nice person. And I try in life. And I've had my heartaches like everybody else. And I presume it's all right for me to wank into your mouth. It's not actually all right for an old man to wank into my mouth. But I've spent years saying it is. And that's where the problem lies for me these days. Why have I spent years telling men, yeah, it's all right to wank into my mouth? The fact of the matter is, if I would book the appointment isn't going ahead, but if I'd booked the appointment in, and he's just said at the end of the booking, "Oh, I want to come now. Can I wank? It just happened. Can I wank in your mouth, pet? Is that all right?" Yeah, I probably wouldn't have batted an eyelid. It's just quite a normal thing. But I thought that's what I think is normal. Having old men presuming I want them to wank into my mouth, and just as a service. Or they even wondering how I feel about that. Do you know what I mean? And it's something I'm very angry about. I feel that with anger, this is why I feel I need to change my life, and make all this positive, because anger at what I have let myself put up with for years, and let myself be, and denied what I should be expecting, what I deserve in life, has made me very, very, very angry. And that anger is directed at me. I've got nowhere to put that anger. And it's like what they say about loneliness. It sort of knocks 5 years off your life or whatever. I'm a believer in emotions, intense negative emotions can kill you. And I feel that sometimes. I'm a very healthy person. I go to the gym, I train, I eat well, I don't drink, I don't do drugs, I'm early to bed, early to rise, all the rest of it. But I sometimes think that might as well all go to waste, because anger's going to kill me. Literally. Like a toxin or something inside. And I wonder I'm sure there's lots of people who understand that and get that these grief, things like grief, loneliness, anger, these strong emotions that I feel can literally kill you, have an effect on your cells. I'm sure there's some sort of scientific paper on this. But that is what I struggle with a lot. And I think the only way I can mitigate that is to keep trying with this project, and see what comes of it, see what positive things come from it. What can I help people with? What can my experiences help people with, or make them understand, or make them feel maybe it's not as alone, that these things happen to everybody, and I'm not special. There's millions of people out there who are filled with negative emotions that don't deserve, or that are killing them, and in millions of different situations, for millions of different reasons. I'm nothing special. I'm just got the guts to sit here and talk about it. And it is taking guts to do it, but sometimes you've just got to take a leap, haven't you? And open yourself up. Fingers crossed. But I just think life's too short not to use your own experiences and use life lessons and all the abilities that I've got to stand up here or sit here and talk about stuff. I've got that voice. And if we're talking about just about sex workers, obviously a lot of sex workers haven't, for obvious reasons. And just because they're not a big show off like me. I'm a singer. I've acted. I've done different. I'm very comfortable on stage. I'm doing my first stand-up gig in about 10 days or so. Stand-up comedy. So I'm trying to use the abilities I've always had, my strengths, that I've never really known what to do with, and no one's ever sort of nobody pointed me in the right direction when I was very young. I was left to flounder. And my life could have been very, very, very different if that hadn't happened. And I've made my way through life keeping a roof over my head, basically. But now it's never been enough. But now that's not enough. I'm 51 now, and I don't know if you feel the same as you get older. You start to feel different about stuff, don't you? And maybe you do get a bit of a feeling of like, what if not now, when? Because I ain't getting any younger. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and let's see what happens with this project. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.